Even if someone asks me how old I am, I still answer that I have no age. No matter how old you are, if you think about it, I'm the same age, then it's over. The woman who sadly sings was called Tsuneko Sasamoto. She passed away last year at the age of 107. All her life, she's been through 2 world wars, nuclear explosions in Japan, through one earthquake, financial crisis, through all the major events of the last century. She was known to become Japan's first female photographer at the age of 26. When she was 52 years old, she started studying flower design. At the age of 71, she returned to photography and founded photography exhibitions. At 86, after 2 marriages, she was in a new relationship. 100 years old, she held a personal photography exhibition again. At the age of 102, she won a Lucy Award for Lifetime Achievement, known as the Oscar of Photography. I guess legend is the only word that is enough to sum up her life experience, and her story is much better than TV series. In 2017, a radio and television newspaper once interviewed Sasamoto. What she said is, "I'm 102 years old, alone, living in an old people's home, in a wheelchair every day. Hearing this, what do you think of my life? Is it lonely and sad? Well, congratulations, you're totally wrong. I can't say my life is colorful, but it's full and happy." This is what the reporter said in the first words. At the age of 102 years old, there's no sign of old age in her. Even though her wrinkled face and white hair, her eyes are firm and powerful. Her smile is sunny and radiates confidence from the inside out. She still blooms poetically like the rose of that season. Turning 70s for many people probably just means white hair, stumbling, disheveled out of shape, spending time with grandchildren, buy food to cook. However, for Sasamoto in 71, she picked up the camera and recorded everything she wanted to record. It doesn't matter what you study or what you do, does it? I didn't go back to work as a photographer until I was 71, and no one questioned my age. I don't like to think about my age. Until more than 100 years old, she still carefully dressed up life, enthusiastic, and a person will live every day sparkling. We always used to use an age to determine a person's life status and bind ourselves with age, but she uses her own experience to tell us, even when I'm old, I will not become a dead tree, at least a beautiful dried flower. After picking up camera again at the age of 71, in a period of 6 years, she traveled around Japan and interviewed and photographed nearly 100 women of the Meiji era. Those women, they were born in an era of instability and inequality between men and women, but even they were suppressed and ridiculed, they still had a tendency and persistence in their bones. There is nothing interesting about photographing someone who is beautiful but lifeless like a doll. I am attracted to people who stick to their beliefs and break out of a rut, and she was such a person herself. When she was at an all-girls school, the teacher asked the students what they wanted to do in the future. To be a good wife is the answer of most girls, who is also the best destination for women in such a time in history. But she gave a very different answer. I want to be a painter. If I can't, I want to be a novelist. If I can't, I want to be a journalist. For her idea, teachers and classmates all thought it was absurd in an era when it was even considered shameful for a woman to work outside the home. Yet she never flinched. She wants to live her life the way she wants it to be, not the way others expect it to be. A lot of people tend to feel comfortable because they're like other people, but I think it is very boring to be like other people. Since then, she was resolutely dropped out of the home economics department of the junior college when helping To make ends meet in a tailor shop, she studied painting at art school and illustrated pages for newspapers at that time. In the process, she was invited to join the newly opened photography society. There is not even a female photographer in Japan, and you have come from painting oil all the way, so it is very easy to enter this line, and you can definitely take good photos. How about it? Should you give it a try? An idea occurred to me. In that case, I'll give it a try. At the age of 26, she became the first Japanese woman to enter the photojournalism industry. Since then, she has been shooting for more than 20 years. Whether it is a holiday or a night, as long as there is an event, she is always the first time to arrive at the scene, using the lens to record history, record social changes, but also record the story of people in a turbulent world. Her decades at the festival also opened the doors for many women to enter journalism and photography.